People have been saying that him does not score a touchdown. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. It's like if the quarterback technically was rushing towards the end zone and he got stopped by a linebacker. Anyways, hi, welcome back. My name is Miggy and welcome back to the Robotic Morgue. And I watched him yesterday. And I know I am terribly sorry on the long walk review. Life kind of got in the way. I went to Creep It Real OC in Santa Ana at the Heritage Museum. Let's talk about him because I wanted to like this movie. I did like it to a degree, but I wanted to really enjoy this movie. But let's talk about it. Spoiler free review because I don't want to get too in depth with one in this one. I just want to kind of just give my thoughts and just go from there. And then so let's get right into it. So off the bat, the opening scene of him, I like it's a good opening. I enjoyed it how it set up the rest of the movie. Like this happened, this is gonna play out, and this is the reason why you're going to this location. And a lot of people have been saying the storyline falls flat on its face. And I'm just like, what storyline are you talking about? I did not see anything. If you have seen the trailers, you already know the premise of this movie. You know who's the good guy, you know who's the bad guy. Marlon Wayans plays a perfect bad guy for sure. I think this is, for if I'm not mistaken, the only or like the main push for like a horror sports movie. When I was watching this movie, I want to say like the first 30 minutes, okay, your setup has been done. What's next? And then when it got to the middle, I was desperately trying to just like I wasn't falling asleep, but I wasn't like invested in the story because you already know what's going to happen. You already know there's an end goal between Cameron Cade and Isaiah White, and watching it, I was like, damn. And then what I really want to throw in there is they gave Isaiah White 8 Super Bowl rings, which is one more than Tom Brady has with the 7 Super Bowl rings. That was just hilarious. What this movie does right though is the imagery, is the location, the occult themes, the cabal themes, the a lot of the little subtle gestures. There was one scene. This isn't necessarily a spoiler, but there's one scene when I think it's in the trailer. Um, Cameron is basically at a party or in the back room with the showers, and the only what I kind of noticed is like the subtle occult themes in it, where it's like there's a triangle facing up because the men are in there, and then when the majority of the women are in the room, the triangle is facing down, representing women. But anyways, that's what I noticed, little subtle things about occult imagery. But nonetheless, I had a hard time staying interested in this movie because you knew where it was going. You knew exactly where the movie was headed. You knew for a fact it was insinuating it was going to be Cameron Cade versus Isaiah White. You knew where it was going. Like obviously they're playing for a quarterback spot. They're playing for the number one spot because if you're in a sports team and you're trying out to be quarterback, you're gonna have your starter, your second string, your third string, yada yada yada. The list goes on, and so here we are. People are labeling this movie as a body horror. There was like one scene in and if you've seen the trailer, that was it. It was literally the guy taking footballs to the face. That's and there's another scene in there that you can kind of classify it as body horror, or there's one theme about it, but it falls flat on its face. Like it's just like, what are you doing here? They were trying to do this like, oh, we this is our tradition. We're gonna pass it on to you, and the guy breaks free of it because he doesn't want to take a part of this because he knows it's wrong. It's not done very well. I also felt there was a lot of scenes that were just unnecessary. In the trailer, at least, I'm gonna be pulling a lot of things from the trailer because it's inserted in the movie that just doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't make any sense. Like the guy, this is like the old man that's like painted Warface or whatever, and or painted like with the mascots or their colors of the team. He just comes out of literally comes out of nowhere, does the ba, and just leaves. And it's like what? It's like the whole time you're like, what the hell's going on here? It just doesn't make sense. There's a lot of things in this movie that don't make sense. That obviously it has a certain tie to the theme and a certain tie to what the message they're trying to get across, but it's not hitting home. And the storyline is honestly unforgettable. I'm gonna be honest. Like I watched it. I knew obviously Cameron Cade is gonna go train with Isaiah White. That's it. That's the whole movie. They're just training. They're doing it in chapters. Day one, two, three, and the titles of these chapters are more biblical in a weird way that what I saw, leading up to obviously the day seven, which is the ending. But it's you can once you see day one, two, you already know where it's going. And was it predictable? Not really, because it gave you so many to me. It gave me so many confusing elements that I was like, "What's like?" I understand what you're doing here with the occult theme. The occult is technically hidden, but you're you're missing the. You're not keeping me engaged in this movie. The only redeeming quality for me was the ending. And let's get this off the bat right now. I love how this movie looks. It looks fucking great. I love the imagery. I love like some of the violence in there, some of the gore that happens. I like the message they're portraying. I like occult themes movies. I like when there's a lot of hidden symbolisms in the movie when they're talking and also on the imagery. It does that very very well. It's just that's basically its flowers. That's its bread and butter. It's the storyline that's kind of hard to be like, okay, I want to watch this. Will I watch it again? I'll probably watch the ending again. I'll probably just boot it up, go to certain scenes, watch the ending, and that's it. As far as seeing the movie, if you like Marlon Wayans plays Isaiah White fucking great. The acting in this movie is fucking is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, the acting is great. Marlon Wayans is great. It's just the storyline's hard to stick to, you know. And that's basically him. That's basically him. It's it's obviously Cameron Cade going to Isaiah White because he has to try for the Columbine, and they're training one on one, and it just doesn't hit home for me in terms of just like story wise. The kills are okay in terms of like okay, that's happening. There was one jump scare that got me. Not gonna lie, I was like, oh, like it got me. I was like, I woke up there, and then I was fighting for my life trying to stay away from this movie. Then I did get off work and I went straight to the theater, so I was already like, okay, I was already relaxed. If you truly want to see him for the sake of I want to see it for myself, go and see it. It is a well done movie with not a good story. The visuals are really great. I'm gonna do one tiny spoiler, but it doesn't really spoil the storyline. And what I kind of hate is like the production's done so well, the marketing's done so well. Hell, AMC gave me this like a football pamphlet. Like if you were looking at their schedule, basically, it was a made up team. Saviors 2025-2026 season guide presented by him. It looks so amazing, dude. It looks so great, and I hate that the fact the matter is, it's like it's just. I wish the storyline was better. I wish the storyline was great. And when it got to certain parts of the movie, I don't even want. I can't even talk about it because I would spoil. I would spoil the storyline for you when it could just do it itself. But anyways, that was him. That was my initial thoughts. That's my spoiler free review. Basically, if you've seen the trailer, you already know majority of the movie. And I'm trying to I'm trying to like I want to like this movie. When I was walking out of the theater, I initially gave it a 3 out of 5. I was trying to be generous and give it a 4 out of 5. I was trying my best. I wasn't trying to shit on this movie. I love Jordan Peele and Marlon Wayans. They do great. In terms of if you like a cult and if you like let's say you love football and you kind of like this concept, you're going to love this movie. Some people are going to champion this movie. Some people say, "Oh my god, you don't get it." I got it. I got what I was trying to say. I understand what was going on in it. I just wish the storyline was better because I couldn't connect to the player. I couldn't connect to the storyline. I couldn't connect anything. This movie couldn't connect with me, and that's not saying that it's a bad movie, but I personally I don't have anything to kind of go off because the long walk, and I know I said I was gonna do a movie review on the long walk, but life got in the way, life events. I gotta stop saying life got in the way. Life's always gonna get in the fucking way. But I was too busy over the weekend. I couldn't get to filming it, but I will film it today after doing this video. But I couldn't connect to this movie. But other than that, it's not a bad watch. If it's not a do or die situation to see him, I definitely would just wait to for it being on a streaming platform. But if you want to check it out for yourself and possibly get one of those magazines that they give out, go ahead. I got mine from AMC and it was great. I saw it in Dolby, in Adobe format. So I think when you watch it in IMAX or Dolby, they kind of give you these things. They gave me a poster for The Conjuring Last Rites. That was awesome. So I've been loving going to AMC. Shout out to AMC, please sponsor me. That was him. Slightly disappointed. The only saving grace for it was, for me at least, was the occult themes. The ending was really, to me, the ending was really good. I really loved how it looked, how it played out. But anyways, that was him. A little bit of a rant video, but I wanted to get this out there, give my thoughts out real quick, and then go work on the Long Walk review, because to me the Long Walk is a more detailed, more suspenseful, way more suspenseful than this one, and I kind of want to do a deeper dive on it because I connected to the Long Walk immensely. I choked up a little. I'm like, oh man, but right on cue every time. Never fucking fail me. Um, but if you made it to the end of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps push my videos out there for the YouTube algorithm. But anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.